Welcome back to World Crisis Radio. Once again, it's Friday, the 26th of September, and we're here in Washington, D.C. Twin warnings to Obama. Not exactly a horse's head in a bed, but getting there. Two deranged individuals, one of whom was undoubtedly on the Secret Service database, should have been prominent in all of their calculations when he's in or around Washington. This is now suspicious in the extreme. And it will be said, well, the Secret Service is a very troubled agency. They're in chaos. They're in deep trouble. And we will hear citations of the prostitutes and drinking incident in Cartagena, Colombia, couple of years ago at the Summit of the Americas. So they were organizing an orgy. There was also an incident here in the Hay Adams Hotel where a Secret Service agent had shown a prostitute his revolver or gun and showed her the bullets, and she wanted to keep one of the bullets as a souvenir. He then tried to get back into the room to retrieve the bullet and was arrested then himself. There's another one on a recent foreign trip. A Secret Service agent passed out from alcohol consumption in one of the corridors. So, yeah, it's a troubled agency. We now have the new Secret Service Director, Julia Pearson, Pierson. She's supposedly trying to clean this place up, and then the debate is, can she do it? Because, after all, she is an internal product of the culture of the Secret Service, if we dare say that. I would say the following. There's a true emergency, and it is indispensable to fight back against the rogue network with purges. People must lose their jobs. I would have to say Obama, or somebody who likes him, somebody who wants Obama to stay in office, or who might even care about legality. That is also possible, although hardly the first possibility. When we had Benghazi, right, in September of 2012, this was, of course, an October surprise conducted in the age of early voting, therefore in September, designed to catapult Obama out of the White House and Romney and the neocons in. The warmongers, the neocons, the rogue network, these are increasingly playing this card, get Obama out and get a suitable warmonger in there, because Obama, say what you will, he stalls, he temporizes, he tergiversates. You get it. He's trying to dodge what they want him to do. He doesn't want to do it. He saw the fate of LBJ, at least in the history books, and he's also seen how dangerous this can be. So, at that time, you'll remember, Petraeus was ousted from the CIA under the cover of the Broadwell scandal. General Allen, who has now been brought back by Secretary of State Kerry as the ISIS czar, Allen was also ousted because of his liaison with Jill Kelly and all those emails. And we saw several dozen flag officers, generals and admirals, were ousted. Now, we hope to see in the near future a series of top intelligence community people ousted for not stopping this. This should have been stopped. And one obvious thing is to fire the top 3, 4, or 5 layers of the Secret Service, right? Get rid of them. Bring up the junior people who perhaps have not yet solidified into these networks, in particular the rogue network, the invisible government. Another way you could do it is to bring in 1 or even 2 other intelligence agencies. Say the Secret Service is manifestly incapable of guaranteeing the security, the safety of the president. Therefore, we bring in DIA, Customs, who knows what, right? Some other agency. Or you could create your own. That's dangerous, right? That gives you the plumbers, but that's also something you can do. And you could have an agency that would do nothing but spy on the Secret Service and other agencies with the attempt to detect security threats. I think people would have been happy if, in retrospect, if Kennedy had done that. Kennedy might have lived to fill out his time in office. But as it is right now, what we're seeing is a very heavy-handed warning to Obama. And I don't think there can be any doubt about what the subject of this is. This is geostrategic. They want action in Ukraine. We had earlier this past week, we had Poroshenko. You remember we called him Poroshenko. He's the fascist leader of Ukraine. And we call him Poroshenko because his policies are obscene. But Poroshenko had come over to the United States expecting to get heavy artillery, modern jets, really good tanks, all of this other stuff, electronic gear, things of this sort. And according to what we're hearing from the grapevine, he hasn't gotten any of that. The answer was no. And this is a constant, right? That the first time Yatsenyuk was here, the answer from Obama was no when he presented his wish list. So there's also right now, you can feel it, there's a cooling on the Ukrainian front, at least for the moment. There's a deal between Russia and Ukraine. The Ukrainians promise they're going to pay their $2 to $3 billion of arrears, back payments due, and there'll be some gas flowing by December, January, or something like this. So maybe this is cooling off. That's not what the rogue network wanted. They wanted to escalate. They wanted this situation to lead to the bombing of Assad in Syria, to the bombing of Iran, yes, indeed, and to some big confrontation with Putin in Ukraine. And it looks like they're not getting it, and they're not happy. And people have got to understand this. I would like to make an appeal to peaceniks to listen to what I'm telling you, and I'll try to sum this up again at the end. The point is that there is a rogue network, and they're pushing for war behind the scenes. Obama should obviously take special precautions. We want the legal form of government here. We don't want the presidential succession determined by acts of violence. Need I say more? Terrorism is not acceptable under any form, and above all, not from some secret faction, an unpopular, hated, reviled secret faction who come forward with their demands for new war adventures. So no to the war party, yes to constitutional stability. But now here's the other issue. You look at this question of bombing Iraq, Syria, training rebels, all of this stuff. It's extremely complicated. It's a complicated game of deception because everybody is playing double game. You can say the CIA and the U.S. intelligence community have built up ISIS as their club against Iraq, Iran, Syria, and now the U.S. Air Force and Navy are bombing them. Well, those are the complications of a complex modern world. Back in a minute on World Crisis Radio.